Hello, I'm going to talk about social media algorithms and the ethics behind using them, specifically for increasing engagement by analyzing and sharing data. So, how do they work? I'm sure all of you have used or have seen people use social media and might have a basic understanding of how they work. Social media platforms don't really share all the information about their algorithms, so it's difficult to understand how each platform works. Here we have some of the most popular ones. We have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and we can see some of the different things that each of them have, but they mostly use the same learning models and machine learning to kind of increase engagement. So here's an example of how one of these algorithms works. This is the Facebook algorithm. So they're gonna have an inventory of all the possible posts that can be shown to a user. Then all of them are gonna go through an integrity process, which refers to the measures and checks applied to ensure that the content being ranked and displayed adheres to community standards. And after that, it's gonna go through these two processes. So they're gonna try to predict what post to show you based on what type of post it is, who posted it, and how you have interacted with similar stuff in the past. And they'll give it a single ranking, and then eventually they will narrow the decision to only a couple, and those will be shown to you on the feed. Here are some of the common features of the algorithms. They all do content ranking and personalization. This means that they tailor the content feed to individual users based on their past behaviors and preferences. Then they also use engagement metrics. This means that they track likes, shares, comments, and viewing time to gauge content popularity and user interest. Then ad targeting. This means that they use the data from user interactions to display highly targeted advertisement. And then they also promote content that is gaining traction quickly to capitalize on the current trends. So I am going to base my presentation on the ACM Code of Ethics, which emphasizes the ethical responsibilities of software developers and other IT professionals. Some of the rules that they have are contributing to society and to human well-being, acknowledging that all people are stakeholders in computing. So basically just positively contribute to society, human life, and the environment. Minimize threats to privacy and personal data, be honest and trustworthy, avoid harm. They also talk about professional responsibility, such as maintaining a high standard of professional competence, conduct, and ethical practice, know and respect existing rules, and design and implement robust and secure systems. You can go ahead and read on their website all of the ethical standards that they have, but these are like the most important ones. Okay, so this is Timmy. I'm gonna draw him so you guys can put a face to the name. Timmy uses social media to stay connected with his friends, maybe engage with some content, some cat pictures, some Star Wars videos. He doesn't do anything offensive on the apps. He's just there, chilling, hanging out. And the algorithms on the apps that he uses analyze his behavior to personalize everything that he sees. So his data is shared across different apps and within the same app to enhance his experience. So now he's extra happy because he's getting better content. The action I will be testing is the social media platforms using his data to provide Timmy with the seamless and personalized experience. Now let's dive deep into the ethical versus the unethical. On the one side, we have enhanced connectivity. On the ACM Code of Ethics Principle 3.1, it says to ensure that the public good is the central concern during all professional computing work. Connecting users with useful and educational content, as well as people and creators with similar interests, serves the public good by fostering community, knowledge sharing, and positive social interactions, which Timmy is most likely benefiting from. On the other side, we have the prioritization of addictive content. On the ACM Code of Ethics Principle 1.2, it says to avoid harm. However, algorithms that prioritize addictive content could lead Timmy to spend more time than he intended to on the platform, potentially at the expense of offline relationships and productivity, which can harm his well-being. We also have the filtering of content. On the one side, this can be ethical because they're filtering harmful content such as hate speech, bullying, and misinformation, which again abides by the same principle, avoid harm. By tracking user interactions and these preferences on the content, the algorithms can filter those out, thereby protecting users from harm. However, they can also reinforce biases. On the Principle 1.4 of the Code of Ethics, it says to be fair and take action not to discriminate. by creating echo chambers and enhancing social and political polarization, discriminates against marginalized groups by not presenting diverse viewpoints, thus violating fairness and equality principles. I use the same principle 1.6, respect privacy, for both ethical and unethical. For the ethical part, incorporating robust privacy protections and data anonymization techniques respects users' privacy and personal data, ensuring that user information is handled responsibly and securely. However, many algorithms use data collection practices, and some might not have clear user consent and transparency, which infringe on privacy and risk data breaches. This violates the principle of respecting users' privacy and ensuring transparent and consensual data practices. Here we have personalized content recommendations. On the one side, we have the ACM Code of Ethics Section 1.2, Avoid Harm. So these personalized recommendations can enhance Timmy's experience by showing him content he enjoys, which aligns with the principle of providing beneficial and enjoyable user experiences. However, on the other side, there is Section 1.4, Be Fair and Take Action Not to Discriminate, and over-personalization can lead to an echo chamber effect, limiting Timmy's exposure to diverse viewpoints, and it can create biased and narrow content consumption. On the ethical side of data sharing, we have that it can enhance Timmy's experience by providing seamless integration across platforms and more relevant content recommendations. This aligns with 3.1, ensure that the public good is the central concern during all professional computing work. On the unethical side, the lack of transparency and explicit consent regarding data sharing practices can violate Timmy's privacy and autonomy. This violates 1.6, respect privacy, as Timmy may not fully understand how his data is being used. So, is the implementation of social media algorithms ethical or unethical? I think they have a dual nature and they offer significant benefits like enhanced user experience, improved connectivity and business opportunities, while also presenting risks such as privacy concerns, manipulations, and biases. Because of all the things that I listed, I can see how they kind of stand on a similar ground, but I am more inclined to say that it is unethical. The ethical use of algorithms requires a commitment to transparency, fairness, and user autonomy, and as of now, I don't see that happening. And I think it's crucial that companies implement these tools in a way that respects user rights and promotes positive outcomes and not just engagement.